Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9, Episode 15.
I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Blair, if you had to give an honest grade of tonight's episode, it would be a...
Out of what?
As in A, B, C, D, E, F.
Oh.
Okay, I said honest grade, okay?
I thought you said rating.
LMNOP. You
okay.
know what I'm saying?
I'll give it a D.
A D. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got a surprise for you. Hopefully, you just follow my lead. And I'm gonna sprinkle it in throughout the episode. Okay.
All right.
Walk us through it, please.
Okay. Ashley's gonna be a drag queen, so we're gonna see her do her drag king event. At least the beginning part of it today.
Give me your favorite moment of Salt Lake City since the season just ended.
My favorite moment of Salt Lake City is when Wendy pointed her fingers at Lisa Barlow after Lisa told her to keep your finger out of my face.
Okay. The double finger point.
That was my favorite.
The double
that
finger
was
point.
hilarious.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, listen here. I got nothing for Ashley. Okay, y'all.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Giselle and Wendy meet Kiana at her business. Kiana is talking about how things are going with Greg. She would want to hyphenate her last name, but Greg would not marry someone who wants to hyphenate their last name.
Yeah.
She would at least like to keep her last name Stewart as her public name, but she doesn't mind changing it to his last name. She and Greg also bicker about domestic roles.
Yeah.
Giselle says that
sorry.
he should respect the work that you've done in order to be K. Stewart. Any thoughts about Kiana's situation?
Yeah, like, what does K. Stewart mean? Like, I know it's your name, but is it your brand?
It is her brand. It's her store. It said her name in the store.
I get it, but if that's your brand, like, my thing is, okay, I'm just gonna have to be disrespectful. It's not Kim Kardashian. It's not. And if you want to be married to this guy, right? I feel like, here's the thing. We gonna find out more things in this episode that I feel like you should not marry him, right? Because it's something as simple as support. But it seems like you're doing everything to basically do backflips and to do splits to make sure that, like, you make yourself or qualify yourself for marriage, right? So it's like, okay, do you want to be married or not? That's basically where I'm at with Kiana. I know when her mother first came into the episode and things of that nature, and she didn't believe her when she said, hey, I'm not really trying to be, the one that's basically haggling and basically like when I'm gonna get my ring. But I'm like, you're still merging your life with this guy, right? So that's how I feel. Do I feel like she should hyphenate? Truth be told, I'd be lying if I say that I disagree with him, because I honestly don't believe in hyphenation myself. But, it is what it is. I just feel like Kiana is just everywhere. She's being pulled everywhere in what she wants and what he wants. And I feel like most of the time she's going to give in to what he wants.
It's just frustrating because it seems like everywhere she turns, he has a reason for why he doesn't want to marry her. And she is trying to prove herself along the way. It would be great if she could hyphenate her name or even keep her last name. If the point is that he wants to be married to you, I know different guys have different thoughts about that, but if he wants to be married to you and this is the person you are and this is how you feel about it, then that might be a concession that he has to make. But if it's not, then Greg, I mean, you're just adding more lists to the things that it seems like you don't like about her. So,
but yeah. She wants to be married to him more than, at least it's shown to me on this season, that she wants to be married to him more than he want to be married to her.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a lot of the barriers are coming from his side.
Yes.
And she would be willing to jump in as soon as he were to ask, if you were to ask me.
Yeah, so, I mean, I understand, but I feel like, hey, y'all already merging y'all lives. You already doing enough. Just drop the name if you really want to be married. But truth be told, the reason why I would say don't drop it as well, as I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, I kind of agree with Blair here with the, like, okay, now what? Like once I drop the name, then you go talk about my attitude, and then that's when you go talk about I don't want to have to earn your love. You get what I'm saying? I thought if you love me, there would be at least something in the middle, Yeah. But let's keep going.
So they discuss Karen. Wendy sees what she's going through is taking a toll on her. She's tired a lot. She's losing weight. Well, apparently Karen told Kiana that she's on a diabetes medication. So they're thinking she's thinking she's on Ozempic. Giselle thought it was stress over her case. So now Giselle needs to talk to Karen to figure out what's really going on.
I don't know why. Like, where did Ozempic come from?
Karen told Kiana that she's on a diabetes medication.
Yeah, but there's like multiple ones. But
the major one right now is Ozempic or semaglutide.
I get it, but I'm like, listen here. I would still lean on the fact that, hey, I was caught drunk driving and I'm trying to get rid of this video, but they won't let me get rid of this video and I'm stressed out because I have a court case and things of that nature. I think I will lean more of the, hey, Karen is acting a little erotic because she got some real life, like, situations that she needs to, like, nip in the bud.
Well, then Karen shouldn't have said nothing about being on meds.
But Karen is also a liar.
Okay.
So Karen says she will be vindicated. So she's gonna find some reason, the same way as she blamed her dead mother for the reason why she was going through whatever she was going through. I can't believe what Karen's saying. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
So Ray and Gordon meet up. They discuss the weather, Gordon's gout. Karen did not hurt anyone in her crash. She thinks she's going to be exonerated, and she got a new car.
Okay.
Gordon says that him and Mia are doing a great job with co-parenting. He picked up his kids because there were decisions that were being made that he was questioning. He also said that there was a month where he had the kids 25 days and Mia only had them for 5. He doesn't know Ink well enough whether to like him or not, but he has had several affairs with his wife. When asked Mia if the son could be Ink's, Mia would say that it's a possibility. So he took the paternity test and he is the father. He also showed Mia the results. So Gordon tells Ray that the situation forced him to look at himself and work on managing his bipolar disorder a little bit better. But he still doesn't see why they need to get divorced if neither one of them are seriously looking to get married anytime soon.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on this, I think that we're hearing things from Gordon's perspective. Okay. And I think that the way that Gordon is speaking, it sounds like he has his head on straighter than Mia would like us to think.
I agree 100%.
So even if Gordon's perspective is different than Mia's, or he has different reasoning, it doesn't mean he's this wild and crazy maniac man over here doing stuff. It just seems like this is how he views the situation. He's moving in this way. And to me, when I've seen him talk to Mia, it sounds like he does communicate his concerns. And I don't know, Mia might just be a little bit in la la land. So I don't know. It could be a mixture of a lot of things.
Yeah, I think it's easy to believe Gordon and how he's approaching this whole dilemma, because we obviously believe that Mia be lying, right? But I don't want to forget, like, from last season, from what we was told, that, like, Gordon drained her account, Gordon locked her in a room, he took her phone and things of that nature. So even though he's sharing his side of the story, I don't want to forget that, hey, Gordon, I believe personally that you are Bonnie and Clyde with Mia with this storyline. So even though you're talking cool with Ray and things of that nature, and there may be some truth to what you're doing, I do find it very strange that if Mia said the babysitting with the nanny and then you just take it upon yourself to take the kids, I do feel like that was a power play. And I feel like that was like, you know, you're doing things to get under the skin. So I don't, even though he may seem like his head is on straight, I don't want to make it seem like, Gordon, you didn't contribute to this storyline at all. I think, Gordon, you are playing a part in this whole Mia fantasy, Mia storyline of Potomac this season as well, and you're not as innocent as you may portray yourself.
Yeah, and I can get with that too.
Yeah.
I think that they're both playing a role in this situation, maybe even acting at times, you know, in order to keep an income in the house. So that's why it's hard to tell with these two. Yeah. It really is. So Stacey meets up with a lawyer. After her mediation appointment, she learned some things that she was in the dark about financially. Yeah. Moving forward, she wants to make sure that everything is in order. Stacey wants to waive the right to child support. She did not sign a prenup, and her husband is very successful, so she does want to move forward with alimony. She talks about waiving child support because he has always taken care of their daughter, and that's not something that she is concerned about. Stacey feels like she knows her husband, and Arabella won't have to want for anything. Yeah. The attorney is pretty much having a conversation with her to try to reconsider the child support, because everything you want in writing, just in case things change, because you're here, so clearly something has changed. Yeah. And you want to move forward with the alimony in writing because you're not confident that he would continue doing that if the dynamics were to change. So she's just giving her a little bit more to think about when it comes to the legal process.
Yeah, this scene kind of rubbed me the wrong way. When I say rubbed me the wrong way, not like, oh, I really sat there mad, but it left me kind of like baffled in a way because her daughter name is Isabella, right? Arabella, right? You would forego securing her security when it comes to financial safety net with child support, right? But then you want your alimony. And I'm like, why are you choosing between, like, it's not like the divorce lawyer said choose one or because you have a chance of getting just one. It's like, why not get both?
Well, I guess for me, like the way I looked at it is like I think you can ask for child support at any time.
Yeah.
And if it can make the divorce process a little bit easier if she doesn't ask for that during the divorce.
Oh, okay. So basically one thing at a time.
Then maybe she can get the alimony and get as much as she wants if she is able to get through this as cordial as she's trying to. And if it comes down to it to where he stops providing for the child, then she can do that later. But I think in a way, I think it's smart just because if you want to get the most out of this divorce and child support is going to be a point of contention, do it later, right? I don't see why she has to do it right now.
Yeah, I understand that. I can see it from that perspective, but I was basically taking it from the perspective that she was giving me of like, oh, I know he would do anything for his daughter. Like, I trust him to always support and be there for his daughter. And I'm like, okay, I guess, dude, you get what I'm saying? But I'm like, why not get it in writing? But if what your strategy is what you said is going to actually expedite the process and there won't be no contention to where like, oh, I can have this alimony and then maybe like, 5 years down the line or like whenever we can just focus solely on child support, I'm with that strategy.
If anything changes. If he keeps doing what he's doing, I don't have to ask for child support.
Yeah, because she did say he take care of everything with her.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. Yeah.
So Jazelle is dorm shopping with her daughters.
Yeah.
She is still in the courts fighting against this fraudulent will for her dad. And she talks about how they have this family tradition of Christmas trees and how her dad used to come pick them out. So just some family time with Jazelle.
Tell us why Salt Lake City is better than Potomac.
Oh, man.
And the short form version, okay?
I'm not even going to get into storylines because I think that's where we can get in the mud when it comes to Potomac of who has a good storyline.
Okay.
I'll keep it at the dynamic with the ladies. They really do not like each other and they really are friends. So just that dynamic of how do they fight through conflict and come back together and the shifting and the new people coming in and causing drama and how they still have each other's backs. Like it really is a sisterhood that Potomac just can't seem to find its footing with. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Who is the leader of Salt Lake City? If there is one.
They're trying to make Heather the leader right now.
Okay.
She's the one narrating everything.
Okay.
But as far as who I think the leader is, there's not a clear cut leader, but I'm feeling Angie and Mary this season. I'm feeling them both.
Give me next scene. Come on, TJ and Stacey.
TJ and Stacey. So they are on an outing. They don't usually do stuff like this because she's not divorced yet.
Okay.
Her husband is going to be leaving the marital home within the next few days, and TJ asked if he could come through to the house. Stacey feels like it's a little bit too soon for him to be coming to the house because her daughter's there. It's her safe space. Yeah. Things have been cordial with the divorce so far, and she doesn't want to mess that up. TJ feels hidden. He wants her to tell people and her husband that they are dating. Stacey asks, so what will that do for you? And he tells Stacey, I think it'll make you feel better.
Oh, okay, TJ.
And it also signifies that there's a change in your life and you're moving, to a different chapter. Stacey is mourning the life that she had, and it hurts. She's not feeling sure on her feet, and that is pretty jarring for her. TJ, he starts breaking down a little bit, gets a little bit emotional, and he's telling her, sometimes I do lose sight of what you deal with because I have to be so patient and understanding with you. Yeah. But he makes it clear to her that he doesn't want to pressure her and he has her back. He's willing to give her the time that she needs.
Oh, my goodness. Good performance, TJ. You had a good season, man. Yeah. Did TJ started crying and everything too?
He did. He did all that type of stuff. And let me put it like this.
Help me.
Whether or not TJ was really feeling whatever he was, I'm not trying to decipher that.
Okay.
Too much TJ. Okay.
Too much TJ?
It's just too much TJ. TJ wants her to tell the people they're dating. She wants to tell the husband.
Yeah.
We got to see him on Watch What Happens Live with his mesh top on. It's just a lot.
Hey,
it's just a lot of TJ.
I would say he earned his flute this season. Listen here. One thing TJ said, which actually I didn't agree with, he takes her out on a date, right? And then he says something across the lines of, I want to do something, or I wanted to do something that I like and that I think you would like. And I'm just like, why don't you just do something like that she would like? You get what I'm saying? Because the reason why I say that specifically with TJ is because it just comes off as if you're looking for the camera. So it doesn't seem like this is a genuine, like, I care about Stacey relationship type of thing. It just seems like, because even when, and that's why I'm confused. Why do you want a title now when Stacey's trying to flirt with you? You're telling her, don't touch me and all this other stuff. But yet you want a title, and then you want like to mark your territory by saying, and tell your husband.
And when it comes to the Love Lagoon, you're not answering questions because we're not together.
So it's like TJ, it's like you gave a good performance, my boy. Okay, good job, TJ. I do agree. Too much TJ. I hope we don't get a lot of TJ next season. Next scene.
So Karen tells Ray she's going to Ashley's drag king show.
Yeah.
The ladies have to tap into their masculinity, so she picks out a little dress to wear. She picks out a short dress, and Ray is asking what's up with all these short dresses, and she says she's doing it for him. Okay. Ray's not going to be there.
No, he's not.
But whatever floats y'all boat.
I hear you.
But Ray enjoyed his lunch with G, and pretty much he downloads Karen on what the conversation was about. He doesn't see why G couldn't take the kids as a father from the nanny.
Yeah.
He doesn't think a judge has come in to give any type of custody arrangement. He has the kids all the time. He didn't want ink around the kids without Mia, so that could have played into why he took the kids. G is also the father of the baby the paternity tests are in. We got down to the bottom of things in one little scene with Ray and Gordon versus the ladies this whole season.
But truth be told, we don't care. Blair, tell us what you're looking forward to.
I do want to say one thing.
I'm trying to produce here.
Okay, go ahead.
What are you looking forward? Because I honestly don't care.
Okay,
right?
let's go.
What are you looking forward to the reunion of Salt Lake City? Is there any questions that need to be answered? Is there anything that needs to be resolved in Salt Lake City?
I mean, yeah, just the relationship between the ladies. They actually got into a huge argument on the season finale of what people were saying about each other in the text messages.
Ooh.
So if anything, Lisa Barlow probably has to clear things up with people, but that lady has no self-awareness.
Wow.
So nothing will change. But it'll be fun to watch.
Okay.
Yes. So the ladies get to the drag king show. Kiana is having growing pains with moving in together with Greg. They had a big argument. It's just a lot of moving parts. He's also not a fan of her being in this friend group. He also doesn't like the filming, and he thought she would be in a more of a homemaker position moving in with him. So
my thing is, did he think that, or did you sell that? Right? And my thing is, I have to ask that question because all I've been seeing is you bending yourself, contorting yourself to what Greg wants. Yeah. Right?
In order to not get a ring because you don't want to ask for it.
Yeah. So even though you feel like 2 months after y'all move in, y'all go be married, it's like, I don't really understand your logic or what you're doing here. But that's why I have to ask, is this something that you sold him and like this just came to happen with Potomac? At one point you was just a friend of the show, and then Potomac was scattering around because, Candiace gone, Robin gone, and you became full-time. Like, here's my thing. If I was to just keep things plain and simple, he should support you in whatever your endeavors are, right? Because if we want to keep it actual, he's not your husband. He can't tell you what to do. I mean, truth be told, right? And truth be told, no husband should be lording to the point where he should be commanding his wife anything, right? But at the same time, I feel like you cannot be playing this role of like, we are together and we merging our life together, and then giving the impression that, hey, yeah, Greg, like I like support whatever you want. If I should be this homemaker, I do this and I do that. And then when you want to do something outside of following the guidelines of trying to get a ring, then all of a sudden you're like, I just don't feel like he supports me. Well, he haven't. I feel like Greg been consistently not like supporting like you. Like, I think it's been one-sided the whole time based on the little information that I've seen.
Yeah. So Jazelle asked Karen how she's doing. Pretty much Karen confirms she's on Ozempic.
Okay.
But she says it's preventative care for prediabetes.
Okay, sure.
Mia and Jacqueline arrive. Karen pulls Jazelle to the side and downloads her on all the tea that Ray gave her about the conversation with Gordon. Jazelle takes it back to the table, and they end up going outside to have this conversation where they can hear each other.
Okay.
Jazelle tells Mia, "You've been lying to the whole group about everything. You're a known liar." Mia says, "Well, you know what, Karen? Tell me what you know about my life, since you don't want to talk about your little boy toys and your drunk driving."
Oh, okay.
Mia says all of what G is saying is lies, and Karen tells her, "You knew the results of the paternity test in Panama and you didn't tell us." Jacqueline has to pipe up and says that Mia wasn't ready to share. She only just found out a couple of days ago, and Mia's claiming that she just found out not too long ago.
Listen here. One thing that Jazelle said in this scene that I really do not agree with in the confessional, she said, okay, Karen was caught drunk driving and then like she got a bull on the side. That ain't nothing. That is something. It's so much something she's not coming to the reunion to address it. So it's like, let's not act like, oh my goodness, what else? Like, Mia, you hiding all this story while we've been giving our real stories. Okay, cool. Mia be lying. Mia's be doing whatever she want to do. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, we had a whole episode. Blair gave this episode a D. I gave it an F-, right? And now why are we taking the focus back to Mia, right? As in, I don't care about who the father is. As far as I know, in real time, they're not even together, Ink and Mia, right? So the whole thing about Mia lying, I understand that Mia be lying and we want to catch her in this like trap of like, why like you always telling a lie? Because it's Mia, right? And this is what they chose to show us, in my opinion. So even though they having a gotcha moment, overall, I don't think it's a gotcha moment. It's like okay. It's like it doesn't change anything. It's not like a real like exposing anything because it's Mia. And her lies. It's like, okay, we already knew that she was lying.
Yeah, I really don't have much to add, to be honest.
Yeah.
Get it together, Potomac.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I have to say.
Should Salt Lake take Sundays?
Sundays at 8 p.m. for Salt Lake, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, Potomac, I would move y'all out your spot. Honestly, if we could get Married to Medicine to move down to 8, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. But they don't respect Married to Medicine.
But you already know that they're not gonna put a Married to Medicine show over a housewife show. But if they had to choose between Married to Medicine and Salt Lake, which one goes first at 8:00?
Ooh.
Be honest. Don't lie.
Salt Lake.
I saw you do this in front of the camera.
Salt Lake.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say Salt Lake.
A housewife is always going to be on at 8:00, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all.
Bye.